Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming the hashtag ITEACHTOO tag, which was originally created by Megan from Too Cool for Middle School. Real fast, you might be noticing that something's a little off. It's my hair. I know it's really short, but I've always had short hair, and I was only growing it out for a wedding, and the wedding has passed, so it was time to get it cut again. I know probably gonna be like, Brittany, why long hair rules? But I really love short hair, so that's what's going on here. But I'm going to get started. There are 11 questions, and here we go. So the first question is, what do you teach and where? So I teach 3rd grade, or I'm going to be teaching 3rd grade in August, and I'm going to be teaching at an elementary school in South Carolina. Question number 2, how long have you been teaching? This will be my 1st year. Question number 3, did you always know you wanted to be a teacher? I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher from a very young age. I remember being 5 years old, you know, having my little stuffed animals all lined up and teaching them and all that good stuff. And then as I got older, you know, it was kind of like a thing in my mind that I thought about. And then when I was in middle school, my mom worked at the middle school that I attended, and it was me and my sister and a couple of the other little girls who was there for after school with their parents too, and we would always play school, and I always had to be the teacher. That's just what we did. And then in high school, I kind of flip-flopped between being a teacher and a nurse, and the only reason why I ever thought about being a nurse was because I had a family member who told me that you can make a whole lot more money being a nurse and you can still care for people. But long story short, obviously that didn't work out. I am not the person to be a nurse. I am not that cool or that strong. So that didn't work out. And then I did teacher cadet senior year, and that really solidified to me that teaching was exactly what I wanted to do, and I never looked back since, and I don't regret my decision to be a teacher at all, and I'm super excited. Number 4, what is your typical teacher OOTD? Okay, I can only speak from internship, and we had really strict rules during internship about what we could wear. If we wore leggings, we had to cover up with a long dress or a longer tunic. Our pants couldn't be like those pixie pants from Target, and if you wore pixie pants, they had to be really baggy. Basically, they wanted you to look like a grandma, pretty much. And you couldn't wear open-toed shoes, no flip-flops or anything like that, which the school that I was in for internship, like, they were not that strict on their dress code. So I typically wore like LuLaRoe leggings with a longer dress. Like the dress I'm wearing today, I wore all the time in internship. It came way past my knees. It covered up my booty when I wore leggings. Or I'll wear an Amelia from LuLaRoe. And I'm kind of getting out of the LuLaRoe phase right now, but I've really been loving these boutique dresses. They're called modest dresses, and they're really cute. They're floral pattern, and they go a little bit past your knee. And I love wearing those with little flats or little sandals, and I love wearing my pixie pants. I do have some that are really big because, you know, in internship that's what I had to do, so I had those, and I like to wear them with just a nice, you know, blouse or cardigan or whatever, and just switch it up. I kind of just wear whatever in my closet and just make sure it's school appropriate. So number 5, what do you usually bring for lunch? So once again, I can only speak from internship, but during internship I always brought either a sandwich, chips, and like a pudding, or an applesauce, or a lean cuisine meal and a yogurt. That was like my variations. I'm hoping that when school starts back this year, I will be able to meal plan. It'll be me and my mom doing this, so hopefully we can get in a groove where we can meal plan together. We'll see. Number 6, what is one of your favorite books about teaching? Oh my goodness. What is it called? I can never remember it. It's one that I talked about in a previous video. It's the First Year Teacher book by, I think it's either Gary or Jason Wong. Man, I'm terrible at remembering titles in books. But I got through half of that, you know, skimmed through it. It's not really a book, it's more a guide, really. I really enjoyed that. It really kind of answer a lot of the questions that I have about how to set up my classroom, procedures to plan for, and all of that good stuff. So if you are a first-year teacher or going to be a first-year teacher, you should definitely get it. I'm going to link the book down below because I always butcher the name and the author, and who knows if I even said it right today. But I'm going to link it down below because I think it's a really awesome book to have. Number 7, what is one of your favorite teacher movies? Let's see, what is one of my favorite teacher movies? I really like Matilda. I always have said, and not really said, I've always thought in my brain how cool it would be to be like Miss Honey and, you know, just have like a love as strong as she had for her students. So I would probably have to say Matilda. I don't really know too many teacher movies other than like Bad Teacher, but that was a terrible, terrible movie. Not really. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was a terrible depiction of teachers. But Matilda, I really like Matilda. Number 8, who was your favorite teacher? Oh my goodness, I love telling this story about my favorite teacher. Okay, so actually my favorite teacher was my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Ward. She was a teacher in Georgia when I lived in Georgia at the time. And I just remember how sweet she was. She always had a smile on her face. You know, I always felt like she cared. She always came into the classroom and just, I don't know, she just had like this aura about her that was just very warm. And I always felt really comfortable in her class and asking her questions. And I just remember she was just like one of those super supportive teachers. And there was this one instance in her classroom where the fire sprinklers in our classroom went off and destroyed basically our entire classroom. We were out of school for a while. You know, it destroyed my book bag and all the books and stuff. And I remember coming back and thinking, you know, all of our stuff's not gonna be there, but she, you know, came back in, I guess, and fixed it back up for us. And I just remember that, and it always stuck through my head. And I always thought, you know, if I was a teacher, I'm gonna make sure that my kids know how awesome they are and make sure they're safe and make sure the classroom's back where it needs to be. I just always remember she was just really awesome. And I still keep in contact with her today. She's so sweet. And yeah, so it's really funny that I'm gonna be teaching 3rd grade and my best favorite teacher was my 3rd grade teacher. So it's really ironic. Number 9, who are some of your favorite teacher YouTubers, Instagrammers, and Snapchatters? I'm a really, really big fan of Pocketful of Primary. I think she is awesome. I aspire to be a teacher like her one day. I love Megan from Too Cool from middle school. She was actually the very first teacher vlogger I ever watched. I was just typing in like teacher videos or whatever, and her video just happened to pop up. And then I had been hooked on teacher videos as soon as I saw hers. So Megan and Michelle. Let's see, who else? Oh, I've just gotten into watching Apples and Tiaras. I think she's really funny. And Genuine Teaching. Oh my goodness, I know I'm missing some. But I follow them all on their social media accounts, and I think you should check them out too if you're a teacher. Number 10, what is one of your best classroom management tips? Oh my goodness, okay. Being that I haven't been in my own classroom yet, I can only speak from internship again. I would have to say the best classroom management tip that I can give that I learned from my professors is to just make sure that your kids are engaged at all times. If you give kids the opportunity to act out, if they get bored, that's when they act out, you know? So if you are making sure that they are never like, just make sure that there's never a gap of time where they can act out, and I think that cuts down a lot too. That was some really big advice that I got from a professor one time, and it just stuck in my brain this entire time. Alright, number 11. What is one reason you decided to become a teacher? I wanted to become a teacher because I've always been really passionate about learning and getting an education. I grew up in a family where it was never optional for me to go to school and go to college and get a college degree. It was like never a thought. It was just what my parents want me to do. And with that, I've gone through so many different classrooms with great teachers, okay teachers, and I've had classes with terrible teachers. And I think what has driven me the most to want to become a teacher is the fact that kids these days deserve to have a great teacher. They don't deserve to have just a mediocre teacher. They don't deserve just to have a good teacher, and they definitely don't deserve having a terrible teacher. So with that, I wanted to be the great teacher, and that is all that I aspire to be right now, is a great teacher. You know, make sure that I'm connecting with kids on a personal level, because I just remember sometimes in school feeling like my teachers were so disconnected, like I just couldn't talk to them, I couldn't ask them for questions. I just felt like there was a wall put up on with some teachers. So that's essentially what drove me to become a teacher, and just the students on their own. I always wanted to work with kids. I knew that from basically day one. I love kids and I love working with kids. So I couldn't think of a better way to get my passion for learning and to get my passion for kids mashed together in one career other than teaching. So alright guys, that is the end of the tag. If you end up doing the hashtag ITEACHTOO tag, please make sure that you share it with me because I love watching these tags. It is so cool to see how other teachers have, you know, been in teaching, or how long they've been in teaching and why they decide to be a teacher. And I would love to watch yours. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That is so fun. And hit the red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any videos. I try to post new videos every single week. And I will see you guys in my next video.